Are you serious? Are you serious? Israeli troops have engaged with Palestinians this morning after Friday prayers. Here we go. Here we go. 40 Palestinians have been shot and wounded over protest about Jerusalem this morning. Israeli troops shot and wounded more than 40 Palestinian protesters in both the Gaza Strip and the West Bank. Here's the reports we're getting. Obviously out of control again, but Israeli troops had to engage. Shots were fired. 40 Palestinians have been wounded in Gaza and in the West Bank this morning. Medical officials are saying, as they're still protesting the United States President Donald Trump's recognition of Israel as Jerusalem, as Israel's capital. Near the Palestinian city of Ramallah in the West Bank, Israeli police troopers said they shot a man after he stabbed and hurt one of their units. Reuters photographers saw the wounded Palestinian fall, said he was holding a knife and it was wearing what looked like a bomb belt. Medical officials said 3 more Palestinians were shot and wounded in the West Bank. And then also there was 37 wounded over in the Gaza Strip, according to Hamas. And so this continues to spin out of control after Friday prayers. It's always after Friday prayers. The Muslims go to Friday prayers and then they come out of their prayer meeting and they go violent in this religion of peace. They go very violent and they will stab and they will assault and they will slit the throat of anyone in their way. And they want to engage with the Israeli troops. The Israeli military said about 2,500 Palestinians took part in the riots in the West Bank and rolling flaming tires, throwing fire bombs, throwing rocks at the soldiers and the border police. Troops took action to break up the rioters. Similar scenes occurred along the border of the Gaza Strip, where about 3,500 Palestinian protesters actually turned violent. During their violent riots, the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, fired selectively toward main instigators. Gaza has also seen almost nightly rocket launches, that they have been firing rockets every night into Israel. We just reported on that yesterday, how Israel had to engage. Some of those rockets headed toward Israeli cities and innocent Israeli civilians. The Israeli Iron Dome intercepted 2 of those rockets the other night. And these Palestinian Hamas terrorist militants have not caused any Israeli casualties yet, although they are trying as hard as they can. Now, Israel did counterstrike Gaza after they fired these rockets and killed 2 Hamas gunmen. Trump's announcement reversing, and this is bad reporting, but he did not reverse decades of U.S. policy. The United States, decades ago, 1995, 22 years ago, the Congress voted to move our embassy to Jerusalem because Jerusalem is the Israeli capital. But Bill Clinton put a 6-month stay on that. Wait 6 months. And then he did it again, and he did it again. Every 6 months he did it again. And then George W. Bush did the same thing for his whole 8 years. And then Barack Obama did the same thing for his whole 8 years. And Trump, when he was running for president, said, when I get elected, I'm moving it. It's already the law, and it is Israel's capital. And what's the problem here? And he has announced that he is moving it. He's going to build a brand new U.S. embassy in Jerusalem. And he declared Jerusalem is the capital of Israel to the world, okay? Confirming what we already knew. Now remember, Israel did capture East Jerusalem from the Palestinian Arab forces in the 1967 Six-Day War. Israel wouldn't have done that had they not been attacked on that day by 5 fronts The Arab Palestinians attacked them from within the city of Jerusalem. They were attacked from the Sinai Peninsula by the Egyptian tanks, Egyptian forces. They were also attacked by the Lebanese government from southern Lebanon, and they were attacked over the Golan Heights by the government of Syria, and they were attacked from the southern border by the Jordanians. 5-front attack, a cohesive attack. Israel defeated all of their enemies, so they took all of Jerusalem. So they took East Jerusalem away from the Palestinians because of that attack for strategic purposes. You have to, and it's their capital anyway. They took the Golan Heights back from the Syrians who had stolen it from them many, many years ago. And that's, again, because of the high ground, strategic positioning. They just ran the Jordanians back across the border into Jordan, and they captured the Sinai Peninsula from Egypt, but then gave it back to them, and to further a peace arrangement. Okay, I mean, all of this, and with Lebanon, they took a little bit of the southern portion of Lebanon, which was really their land in the days of Abraham, again, for strategic reasoning. So, I mean, by doing that, Israel had a better strategic position in case they would ever be attacked again. These 5 groups cannot blame Israel. They attacked them simultaneously. Israel defeated them all and then took the positions they needed for strategic. And biblically, it was all of their promised land anyway. But nobody's going to care about what it says biblically. And what Trump did biblically is Jerusalem is Israel's anyway. It's the city of the great king. It's the city of our God. Psalms 48. All right? What he did, it was already, it's prophetically what he did was in the scripture. But even if you didn't look at the Bible, what he did was already a done deal. And it was just the Arab forces wouldn't surrender East Jerusalem, and then attacked Israel. So, guys, quit crying, okay? My answer to you is quit crying. But it looks like we're going to have this continual Friday prayer uprising. This is part of the negotiations by the Palestinians, again, with the Israelis. Peace could be achieved if people really wanted peace, but they don't. They want Jerusalem. They want the Holy Lands. They want to call it Palestine, and they want to kill every Jew. If you don't believe me, go listen to the words of Turkey's President Erdogan, who quoted the Hadith in which every Jew should be killed, and that would bring about the final hour of the world, the apocalypse. Erdogan's apocalypse. Give your life to Jesus Christ. He's coming soon. Don't miss today's live broadcast. It's going to start at 12 noon Eastern. It will be powerful. I'll see you then.